think art is so important, and you know, in what way, I'm not going to get into that, but I think it's important for people to see art and to be artistic, to actually, everybody is an artist. I know for a fact, they think they're not, but they are. And you know, to be able to, and I'm going to try to have like some classes for people slowly. I'm going to try to, I think, I just want to spread the word. I want to spread the word with my art, to be honest with you. I think, I don't know how to put it, but obviously the energy that I have is being encapsulated into the piece, and it's, you know, people see that.
What do your prices range from?
My prices range anywhere from about as low as $2,000 to about $40,000. Right? So, you know, in the U.S. the prices were very high with the gallery, but I don't know if we were ready for that here, but we're doing very well here. Average price would be about $5,000 for a piece about that size there, 48 by 48.
Sure. And how would you describe, I mean, I wrote in the books as well, expressions. How would you describe your style though, or maybe even that, who are your influences, maybe even both of those?
Okay, my influences are vast. I mean, to be honest with style, in terms of style, and for me to kind of comment on that, you know, it's hard. A lot of people say, I want a statement, artist statement. I'm an artist. It's hard for me to describe it in writing. Sure. What I do, I'm influenced by everybody. Gorky, Miro, Picasso, Klee, German Expressionist, French Impressionist, Barbizon school paintings. I love art. I'm a collector. And I never studied this. Because of just being interested in it. Really seen a lot of paintings, had a lot of paintings, cleaned a lot of paintings. So
you said you got into restoring them first.
Yeah, I was restoring a lot of paintings and really seeing firsthand what kind of, and learning that way, like, and then, you know, I think now for the time, everybody influences me. Rothko, you name it, Tom Lee, everybody. I love all kinds of art, right? And I'm open. And hopefully my art changes every week. I really don't want to have any specific style. I notice people like to, oh well, you don't have your voice yet, and you know, I don't want to be that. I don't want to have one voice. I want to just keep painting and having fun.
What's your preferred materials? Is it oil? Is it what's your?
I love oil, but the drying times, we have a lot of commissions. I'm commissioned. A lot of commissions going on monthly, so I'm using a lot of acrylic and then with some oil on top, mixed media, because of drying times. And I really prefer oil, but I also love sculpture, and I want to get into sculpture now that I have a big studio and been working with that. Many things.
It's kind of a. Is there anything up there with your background in carpentry and sculpture? You're still making something like that. Maybe it wasn't to you art, but it was still making something.
Yes, beautiful. I love that you asked that, because it's true that I was into carpentry because artistically, carpentry is a great art. But unfortunately today it's a mass production world. You've built that house, you didn't even get a chance to look at it. Go on to the next one. And that kind of hurt me, and I lost interest. I totally lost interest, and I said I can't stay here anymore. Although I love the work, you know, you don't really get to express your artistic. Here, I don't think I've expressed it yet, but there's no real limitations. The only limitation is the artist. He's going to limit the work, that's all. He limits the work, because if you look at why a palette would look better than a painting, that tells you something. Sometimes a floor is better than a painting. Because they limit it, they're trying to put things in place instead of, you know, trying to be free. I noticed that some of the paintings that I've done that are the most outrageous, like, you know, I don't know how to put it, like, there's power in the works. And the one with George Berger that he was interested in, very simple work, and, you know, people see something comes out in the work, something comes out, And it's funny that this painting here, for instance, right? It's sold, and just having fun there, right? But you're not trying to create a masterpiece, but this is the times. This is the if you try to create a masterpiece or try to mimic the time you're in, you have to just let it flow and what's coming out of you, the DNA, everything, McDonald's, superheroes, Batman, whatever it is, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, it's in the paintings. That's what you're kind of fed with. And not saying too much. I mean, it's very, very complex, right? And again, I think I'm at the birth of my career, where it started. I'd like to get further and further.
Speaking to whether the expansion with other locations, bring up quite a bit. Do you have any plans for the near future that you want to mention?
Any plans with gallery openings?
Or just showing anything?
We're gonna have a show. We're gonna have a show probably in July. Hopefully, if I can get some free time to create some new works, and we're gonna have a show in July. Of course, you're more than welcome to come. I do it strictly for my friends. I'm not looking to make money on the shows. We don't really push that. We don't care because it's just giving back, right? And July probably have a show, right? But I've been really, really busy, and that show. But I don't do too many shows per year. I do one, maybe every 2 years or one a year. I'm not really pushing that right now.
How much time do you spend, say, creating per day?
The whole day is creating. I'm painting in my mind, like as I'm walking, I'm looking at concrete, I'm looking at, I pick up things off the street now. I don't know, I see art in everything. Like this piece of concrete, I found it on the street, I pick it up. Anything that I find, I pick it up. I see art, so I'm creating all day long. I'm seeing things, and whether it comes out in the art, it does. A little bit, but you'd like to try to get more to come out, and that's why you need to work every day. You need to work every day as an artist, in order to develop or finally say something. I guess, right? I don't know. I don't know where it's going to lead me, to be honest with you.
Are there any differences that you want to point out between the Bathurst location and the Davenport location? Just because I'm doing a little, seriously doing a blurb on each of them, so I just want to get a sense of what each of those spaces offers.
Okay. The Avenue location, Davenport location, it's very, very quick because the traffic is moving so quickly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tension there. Obviously, in terms of the sales, both of them, the Avenue would be a little bit higher sales, but both are very good for good clients. That Bathurst is a good area for great clients. I mean, I don't really see a huge difference other than I have I think a 50 or 60 foot frontage on Avenue. So frontage is important. On Bathurst we have 30 feet. So the frontage is important in a gallery, I believe. If you only have 10-foot frontage, it might be easily missed. So I think the frontage is important, and we were lucky. I mean, not lucky, we were fortunate that we've seen it, and we kind of worked hard to get it. It's hard. It's hard work. It's not an easy thing.
And I know about drew you to the annex, we've spoken about that, but how about with the, in particular, the Avenue Road, Davenport, what drew you to that specific location? Is it just a matter of it, becoming available space that met your needs, or was it something to do with the neighborhood?
Again, I looked at the traffic flow, and I knew that so many cars per day were going by there. I just wanted to get my art out there. Yeah. I really wanted to get as many people to see my art as possible, and putting my career in my own hands instead of trusting any dealer, and kind of being able to, and having the right people. Usually I was doing all the work in sales, but now we have Serafina who really talks to people, helping people, with whatever it is. They need a piece, we try to help, we work with them. I don't say no to any type of commission if they want a certain color or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those guys who goes, I don't do that. We work to make sure that we collaborate.
Sure. Okay, so you take, someone comes in to the gallery, they want,
Yeah.
how does that process work? So,
If they want a commission, if they tell me that basically, okay, they're looking for something more like this, and can you put more red, more, whatever it is, more, we work together with everybody. And it's funny that sometimes, and this started way back where I had a designer kind of pushing me and driving me nuts, and in the end, I was kind of surprised. So, the piece came out pretty interesting. I mean, it wasn't entirely my coming out of me,
Right.
but it had, me working in it. So, I mean, if it's to understand what are the differences, okay, from Avenue Road to Bathurst, just basically a little more traffic, right, that we have there. As to walk-ins, Bathurst has more walk-ins, right? We have another one that we're going to open on the junction.
when's that?
That might be open in maybe fall.
Sure.
But I'd like to see what goes on there because, I think we have again some good frontage, which is maybe 40 feet frontage on that one there on Dundas Street. And we'll see how that goes, right?
Sure. And sculpture has it been more of a recent?
I've always wanted to do it again. Art is an expensive hobby, and it can curb a lot of people because if you go to the art store, if you walk out, the prices can get rather high. $800, $1,000, $5,000 on material pretty quickly, right? So you're like going, wow, what happened here, right? So the sculpture. Now I think people are a lot more visual than when I was growing up, and I think there's a lot more opportunity for artists. With stuff like Instagram, a lot of people are selling. I don't use it a lot, but a lot of people are selling. They're putting their careers in their own hands. I was talking about this yesterday with somebody that, before you would have to go to a dealer, and the dealer says to you, your work is no good. You can get, kind of jaded. But today, people are taking their careers in their own hands, and that's a beautiful thing. It's freeing the artist more, right? So, that's about it. I don't want to drive you nuts. I think I get excited from art. I love it. It's my passion. I'm happy painting. I'm happiest painting. But it is a lot of work. And if anybody thinks it's easy and you're going to just become a successful artist from, I'm doing it. It's a lot of work, and people will be blown away at how much work it is. And it can take you down. There's times where you just overwhelmed with, the work done.
I think you've given me a hand to work with.
Beautiful. And so basically, let me ask you, it's the topography that you're working on, the Bathurst and Avenue Road type, the difference between what's going on?
Mostly, it's partly about yourself as an artist and, your works, but then those people, so people walk by in the community and they know what's going on in there. Basically, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
So I'm treating it like, again,